Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because the very best thing about us
is you.
Well, hold the phone, because you can reach that phone pretty much in every room. We're going to give you a 4-pack of your Panasonic cordless phones. These are the most amazing phones. You know why? Because these cordless phones, home phones, are actually going to become your cell phone. When you walk into the room, it Bluetooth links to your cell. Your text messages are gonna come over your home phone. Your cell phone calls are gonna come over your home phone, which is bigger and easier to talk on. You have a silent mode, you have a text message alert, love that. Noise reduction technology and DEX 6 technology as well. Talking caller ID, so it announces if you want to actually pick them up, even with your cell phone calls. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, look, over 240,000 of these have been sold since 2014. We're doing these today on a price break of $99.95. We're gonna do it with 4 flex payments and even ship it right to your front door. But you know, the other fun part about what we do here is we bring it to you in colors. When have you seen phones in colors, except for right here? And we're gonna do it your choice. We have it in the black. We also have it available in a navy blue. Look at that cool navy blue. And my personal favorite, I think yours too, has been the rose gold. It is our best seller by far. Customer pick, and our customers always love it, as do the show hosts, when Bill Duggan is in town.
Glad to be here. And the thing is, I'm glad it's Panasonic. Panasonic's a great name brand, but it's reliability. This is that perfect gift for Mother's Day, Father's Day. Set it up for your parents and then leave. But when they call you, it's gonna be easier and more enjoyable. Why? Panasonic's given us a nice large screen, so yes, we can see the screen easier, we can use the features on there great, customizable, it's all backlit, so the numbers are easier and brighter to see, but you also notice there's fewer buttons, so the buttons can be a little larger, which is a lot more convenient, and it's even just better audio. Do you have those phone calls with mom and it's crackling and it's cutting in and out? It's because you don't have DEX 6 technology. Do you have that phone call with your sister and you call her on the cell phone and she has a dead zone in her house? Now you leave the cell phone in a good spot, and your Panasonic phones can link to 2 individual phones. So guess what? You have his cell phone, your cell phone, and a landline. You now have a 3-line set of phones in your house. And it's simple setup, and it's your digital answering machine. It has call blocking, it has speakerphone, it has all the features that we want, but it's the time to pick it up and upgrade for the house. Because if you're like me, I had a cell phone. Do I need a landline? But guess what? I realize now I have my cell phone, maybe in the kitchen, but now I can reach it in the office, I can reach it in the garage, I can reach it on the bedside table, and that's the benefit of having a newer home phone system. But what I also appreciate about it too, is at the end of the day, when you get those phone calls, yes, we've had caller ID before, but we've had to like pick up the handset and like, oh, who is that? What number is that? The way that it announces the numbers, it's loud, it's clear, so it's like, oh, don't even get up off the couch, which we can appreciate. But also, if you notice, the base is even a little more petite.
Smaller.
Right? Smaller, but it still has your digital answering machine, so which is great. And all the buttons that you find on your base, you can actually access over here. Oh, perfect. Incoming call, which is great. And the thing is, do we get up off the couch? Let's see who it is first.
Right.
And it's good.
Call from Mom and Dad.
Oh, I want to follow up with that.
Right.
So anywhere throughout the house, I can go grab that, Mom and Dad. We'll pick this up. Is this Mom or is this Dad? Dre, are you there? It's not Mom and Dad, but it's my buddy Dre. And the thing is, that's the convenience of being able to be accessible throughout the home. And that's really where DEX 6 technology comes into play. You probably have heard about it, but what exactly is that? That's better range. You can only go so far throughout the house. Now you can go further. Do you have static and interference from other devices in the neighborhood or in the house? With DEX 6, you get less interference, which is really phenomenal. But what really is the convenience is how you're gonna use it, because you can totally customize it. You can see this one, we have it set up for the home office. I wanna come down to my menu over here, and I'm able to scroll through, easily read the caller list. Oh, by the way, the caller list, 3,000 different phone numbers.
Oh my gosh.
Intercom system in the house. Did I have to wire it or set it up? Bluetooth capable to my cell phones. So it's completely just interchangeable to how we live our lives. So maybe you just want that intercom system for the house, because it's a large home, but you're yelling at the kids, dinner's ready. It's your intercom. You wanna be able to go back and talk to your cell phone because you're like, oh, I realize there's something on my cell phone I wanna do. I come right down here, hit my voice assistant. It's gonna link me to one of my cell phones. I have 2 set up. I can ask it a question, which is just great. Text message, Mom.
What do you want to say?
I'm sending a, have a great Saturday, exclamation point.
Your message to Patricia says, have a great Saturday.
Did you notice that?
Send it?
Yes, please. I was able to send a text message from my cell phone plan, from the convenience of wherever I had my handset. That's Panasonic giving us connectivity, which is great, but it's also giving us just user-friendly options. Before, we had to have the cell phone with us everywhere we went. Now it's throughout the house. Now I have my landline throughout the house.
Incredible.
Have you ever been on the phone? And then your daughter wants to be on the phone?
Oh.
Guess what? You can be on the phone, she can be on the phone, and then you still have your landline, so you now have 3 phone lines throughout the house and no interference, and everyone can enjoy a great conversation.
But you said you don't even have a landline anymore.
No.
Because you just use this. Because if you're like me, I don't want 2 phone numbers. I have 1 number.
Yep.
It's my cell phone. But when I walk in, I can never find my cell phone. It's somewhere deep buried in my purse. Now you don't have to, because all your cell phone calls are going to come right here. Your text messages. That's the worst part. I don't know how many text messages I miss at home because, again, it's buried somewhere or it's in a different room. They're going to come through here. It's going to announce them. You can text off of this. You can tell your cell phone to actually text a message so you're not constantly looking for your cell phone. It all works together. It's incredible technology that's going to make your life so much easier, and that's what it's all about. Ease of use, simple, because we know our cell phones now, right? We know how to use them. We get most of our calls there because we're out and about all day, so mostly you direct your traffic to your cell phone. And now you're gonna have your cell phone automatically. You walk in the door, it automatically links up with us. Now, how difficult is it for me, or how do I link my cell phone to
it's so convenient.
To this phone?
As you can see, you can link any cell phone, Android or Apple,
and you
2
can do,
phones as well.
You can do 2 phones or 3 phones?
2 phones, but then you also have your landline, so that's 3 lines in the house.
Okay.
And that just gives you an extension. Think of it this way. Remember when we had that 1 landline in the house and it just sat in the kitchen? And then we got cordless phones, and it gave us the freedom to have a bedside phone, have one in the family room, have one in the home office. It does that for our landline, but now it also does that for our cell phone. So leave the cell phone in that sweet spot where you don't get static, you don't get dropped calls, and now it rings throughout the house. That's why I got it at my little place, which was convenient. But I also got it for my sister because she had dead zones. I got it for my mom so we can actually call her on her cell phone, and she doesn't even realize when it rings in her bedside table, she still can pick up that phone call. But you also said, how valuable is that 1 number we have? Do we get those solicitation calls and get annoyance calls? And we're like, are you kidding me? There's call blocking devices out there. We sell them separately. You have to be right next to that button. You have to be right next to it. Right now, I have call blocking up to 150 numbers right here on my handset. So it's a solicitation call. I don't recognize the number when it's announced. I can call block it. I get on that awkward call where they're asking for money and all that because it's an election year. I can block it. That's the convenience. My mother keeps calling. I'm like, Mom, enough. I can block it, and I can unblock her too, which is great.
On TV.
And you know,
She's probably watching.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. I just sent her a text message.
Yeah.
She can't be mad.
Hours later, dear.
Will do. And the thing is, there's even a quiet mode. I mean, how convenient is that? You're watching a movie. You've got the kids down for a nap. It's bedtime. Set the entire house on quiet, so all those numbers that you don't want to be bothering you cannot get through. I actually like the intercom mode because I go right over here to my menu, and it's like, okay, select. I go. Oh, I'm in my phone book. Remember that 3,000 phone book, which is great. Go through all my different options, and I find my intercom. And instead of yelling upstairs, dinner's ready, or, you know, Mom, there's someone at the door, I hit select, and I can go through all the different options. I can call Lori's room, I can call the office, the extension. I'm gonna call Alice. And what are you gonna notice? The phone in front of Alice is just discreetly ringing. This one right here.
I love it.
And that's just
It's a pretty
convenient.
ring.
And the thing is, it's a nice ring, but also, did you have to wire? Did you have to put in speakers? It is so convenient to give us multi-function capability. Starting with call blocking, digital answering machine, DEX 6 technology, and that's why Panasonic is the one you want to pick up.
And you know why I like to pick up a regular handset? Because the microphone is down here.
Well said.
And you can hear up here. It just makes more sense than my little cell phone that's this big, and I'm constantly kind of switching back and forth. It's just hard to hear on it, right? But now you don't have to worry because you're gonna have that large handset. And the other great part is this will stand up on its own, which my cell phone will not do.
Right.
This will stand up so I can put this on a speaker and
do
then,
your makeup.
And do my makeup. You
Or
already
cook dinner.
read my mind. I can be cooking dinner. I can get some work done. I can catch up with friends because your cell phone is gonna work right through here. You have call block on this. If you added call block to your current phone system, what would that cost? And it would be bulky. Everything is built in. You have designer colors with it. You have a small footprint as well. And every single one of these, all you have to do is plug it into the wall. That's all you do. You don't have to find a phone line or anything like that.
It's so simple to pair.
So
and really,
simple.
Father's Day, it's an upgrade. Dad can have his cell phone with him in the garage. Mom can enjoy an easier phone call. I love the fact that there's fewer buttons. So the ones that you do need, you can easily find them. But also because there's fewer buttons, it's easier to actually see the buttons and actually engage with all the features that are on here, be able to engage with the phone calls. Realize, this is the base station. That's your digital answering machine. This is the only piece that needs to be plugged into the phone jack in the wall. And then all these additional outlets just need power. So you just put it in here and they just power up, and you can really just enjoy anything. Because remember, if my cell phone rings, I don't have to run all the way back to the cell phone. It's gonna ring throughout the house. If, you know, the landline rings, it's not just at the base station anymore. Perfect example. I think I'm getting a call on my cell phone.
Mom and Dad.
Oh, and the thing is, I'm not gonna miss it because it's coming from my cell phone.
It's on your cell phone.
It just rang right here. I can pick it up right over here. And that's the convenience. Hello, Mom. How are you? Oh. I think she hung up already. Okay, well, that's just great about it.
Probably heard what she said about it.
Oh, all right, whoops. Okay, now I gotta text her again. But that's the convenience. You're totally connected, and it's a clear call. We've all had that little bit of static, and we're like, oh, hold on, let me adjust, let me go outside. With Panasonic and Deck 6, it is much easier. And I also appreciate it, too, because, you know, maybe this is the bedside table. Maybe this is the home office. Maybe one is next to me watching television, and, you know, I wanna ask my phone a question or something like that. I can pick up this handset. I'm gonna go down to my digital assistant right over here, and it says, which phone am I connected to? I'm gonna go down right down there, and I'm gonna ask for that phone. And let's ask it a question. How many days till Father's Day?
It's 71 days until then.
Oh, 71 days, perfect. And the thing is, you see, I asked my phone, but it told me on my handset. So we all use our phones a little differently. Whether it's the weather, whether it's traffic, whether it's, you know, asking Siri or Cortana a question, we can do that. But now we can do it through our home phones. Now they look good. And I mean, look at your mom's home phone. Does it have marinara sauce on it and makeup caked onto it? This is a beautiful upgrade. It happens.
Peeking, spying on me.
Hey, you're not alone.
Marinara sauce never hurt anybody.
True.
Listen, the rose gold selling the fastest right now. So if you want that rose gold, great time to pick this up. Update your phones. We also, though, have it available. If you've ever seen a phone system, especially from Panasonic, and look at that navy blue is amazing. Almost like a little bit of an electric, metallic blue is the word I was looking for. And then you have it in your classic black as well. Small footprint on this, but so functional, because now you're able to walk in the house, your cell phone automatically connects to this phone.
Finds it.
So you will use this as your cell phone. You can text from your regular home phone through your cell phone. It's amazing.
And vice versa.
Now, to connect it, just Bluetooth it?
Just Bluetooth connection, really simple to do.
Even I can do that.
Yep, and when you walk in the house, it just automatically finds it. Another thing that you can set it up to do is it will actually give your handset in the house an alert that you have a text message. So it's like, oh, I need to go find out that what my mom texted me back, so I can go back and get to it. But that's just really, it's the convenient, it's a phone for today. If your mom and dad are working out of that home phone, you know, from 10 years ago, upgrade them, upgrade yourself. See how it's a smaller footprint for the kitchen or the bedside table? So at that bedside table, you have your landline and your cell phone. You have the ability to block. You also have at your bedside table a 3,000 phone directory. I mean, we store a lot of numbers.
All your numbers are right in your cell phone, right?
Exactly.
They're not in here.
They're stored in the cell phone, but now they'll actually on the landline too. So how often have you ever done that? It's like, oh, I want to order pizza. You go and grab your cell phone. You're like, what's the pizza number?
And then you know.
And we order from the landline because it's just easier, convenient, and easier to talk to. Now, all those numbers that are stored on either phone are stored here and accessible. So the larger phone book, 150 call blocking numbers, Deck 6, so better range, better clarity, and just more convenient to use. That's really where it's a win-win. The icing is the color. The rose gold or the navy, or the black.
Or the black. Yeah. But the rose gold is selling the fastest right now. You get it home with free shipping and handling for flex payments. And look at that rose gold. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, I can't even find anything that's decorative when it comes to phones out of the marketplace. But then to get something where your cell phone will interact with this, will act as your cell phone, so you're not constantly trying to switch between the two numbers, switch between the two phones. Never have to do that again. And you get the call block because 'tis the season for politics, as we have all already heard.
Days.
It doesn't seem like it does it? Okay, black, blue, and that rose gold, all 4 of these available. And we do have something, by the way, available from RCA on hsn.com. This is our 11.6 high definition 32 gigabyte quad core tablet. It comes with your keyboard included. Look at how that just attaches. It's actually a magnetic attachment. And we're gonna do this on a price break of $159.95 with 5 flex payments on it. So if you would like to check that out, read the customer reviews because it is a customer pick. Now, we still have the most amazing computer coming up. Hope you will stay with us here at HSN.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Computers, printers, cameras, fitness equipment, and even jewelry can be covered with a plan that offers repair or replacement should a failure occur. And portable electronics have accidental damage from handling, which covers unintentional mishaps like everyday drops, spills, and cracked screens. It's easy to add when you are checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
You know, more and more we keep hearing about identity theft. This is one of the ways that is one of the most important ways that you're going to be able to protect your identity, and it's with Embassy. It is with a shredder that is going to work and work and work. It makes it so simple for you to not just shred your papers, but to shred even those old credit cards or the hotel keys. You can shred CDs with these, DVDs with these that maybe you have pictures with. And why is this so important? It's not just us standing here yapping away going, you need to do this. Federal Trade Commission says there are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their social security number, shred charge receipts, copies of credit applications, and other sensitive documents. That's from the FTC. Well, we've got one of the biggest names when it comes to shredders. I think Embassy makes 1 out of every 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25% of all the shredders out there are made by Embassy. But let me tell you, I have bought from the other 75%, and they break so often. The ones that I bought were overheating. One actually cracked. They made absolutely no sense. This is simple, easy technology that will make such a big difference. And the bin is huge on this one. $129.95 free shipping, 5 flex payments on it as well. Black, silver, we have rose gold. We have a beautiful kind of a steel cornflower blue, and then the red up here, always very popular.
Right.
And we're even including for you some great software as well. So you're gonna, oops, sorry. You're also gonna get a free trial of your Shred Care accessories, which is your lubricant sheet and a liner bag. And then we're also going to include for you safety software. So Dock Lock is included. But these are the features that set this one apart, Bill. I mean, number 1, on wheels. Number 2, it pulls out. Number 3, you can put 14 sheets in at a time.
This has huge power, and at the end of the day, we're walking away with that micro cut, not something from the 70s, a really fine shred. And these are where the features that Embassy gives us. You see the caster, so I can wheel it underneath the table or wheel it in front of the TV. By the way, the wheels are also great because this weighs about 20 pounds, so we ship it to you for free, which is awesome. But you mentioned that bin. This stays in place. I take the bin to the trash can, and look what I'm throwing away. Which one was a medical record? Which one was a tax document? Speaking of tax documents, do you know 49% of all identity theft happens during tax season, which is right now? And that's really where you start to protect yourself. So I'm gonna actually take the bin out, and I want you to see what micro cut looks like in action. It goes in 8 by 10, but on the other side, what document was that? What piece of paper does that go to? That is too hard for me to piece back together. I'm not gonna become the 1 in 7. So it's a finer, smaller shred. But look at this, that strip shred from the 70s, 120 pages, it's overflowing. Crosscut, which I'll show you what that looks like in a bit, it's about half of that and a better alternative. But microcut, it's a fraction of that. So the shred is smaller, but also doesn't fill up the bin as much. So it's safer, it's more convenient, because you know, a lot of us do have shredders, and just like with the home phones, it's time to upgrade. Don't want to trust your identity, your credit score to something from the 70s. So if you see this strip shred, is this what you have at home? Look at this one piece of paper. A little bit of information goes a long way. That has someone's identity on it. So a lot of us went to Crosscut, which is definitely a smaller shred, but you know what? If you're gonna go out and spend this today, get microcut. Look at how small and how fine that is. I mean, it's about a fraction of that, a quarter of the size. And the thing is, it is worth its weight in gold, because we've all been there, or we've heard that story where that friend who's a victim of identity theft, and the headache, the hassle, the higher interest rate they have to go through.
Expense.
Exactly. And the thing is, what you're noticing here is the evolution. It was strip shred, it's crosscut, and watch what's gonna happen. The gears are gonna grow and expand to give us that fine micro cut capability, and that is really where it has evolved to. But that evolution is because we had to, because it's being more secure. So I've taken the lid off, and I want you to see these gears. Industrial strength. You even have that dedicated DVD slot, which not all our shredders have. So that's what gives you the micro cut. And look at that shiny finish, which maybe you'll leave it out and use it more often, but hear this. That is 20 pounds that we ship to you for free that performs like it's supposed to. Because you see, I'm going through page by page and envelope by envelope.
And you can just stick it in, it just takes it in. You don't have to like gently feed it in one at a time. Because a lot of things that I get, Bill, I don't want to have to open up every single piece of mail and take the stuff out. If it's a bank or somebody's going to give me a loan and I don't want to take it out, then just shred it.
They pad those envelopes so we have to open them up. Because yes, they have a pre-filled out credit application in there, but then they have advertisements and all that stuff, so we have to open it up. And then we can't just shred it. But you see what happens here. I'm shredding the envelopes. I'm actually shredding about 5 different pages here. There's 6 different paper clips. I'm gonna add staples. This is Alice's bane of her existence, or staples, and watch what happens.
Because the first one I had would not do staples, and you do not realize how many staples are in your mail until you have to take each and every one out before you can shred it.
That come in the mail, that are in the files that you want to finally get rid of because you don't need them. The stuff that comes in the mail. Have you ever had a cardboard with your mailing address label? This is hard cardboard. Look at this.
I can't believe it can do cardboard.
No problem for this embassy
is like
shredder.
Industrial strength. I mean, truly,
it's for your home, but you could also take this to work because everything just goes through it. And that's why it's such a huge customer pick. Because a lot of us have been there where it's like, I'm gonna get around to shredding, and it becomes a chore, and because you gotta babysit it. So it's just this pile and pile starts to grow. With this, you leave it out, it looks good, it performs like it's supposed to, and at the end of the day, what a lot of our viewers have called that window, they call it that instant gratification window, because they see what happens right before your eyes. But I wanna remind you, yes, you're protecting yourself on the printed page because it's tax season and our identity's out there. We print stuff up. But we also are giving you 4 full titles. A way to back up your information, internet privacy, Department of Defense standards for internet privacy, DocLock. A way to have a password on an individual file. Maybe it's photos or medical records. So you can have a password. So, husband doesn't need to get in there. The kids don't. This is my mom's personal favorite. Splash ID, a way to manage all those different usernames and passwords and which one's capital and all. Gives me stress just thinking about it. We include all that, so you are literally gonna have a better security for your identity, whether it's stored on the computer or whether it's on the printed page.
And you're not gonna get any of that if you just walk into one of those stores and buy just a regular shredder. Then you're not gonna get any of this additional software, which frankly is really useful software. This is stuff that you will love having. And look at the retail value of this, $246. You're actually saving $110 today when you purchase this from us. We're gonna ship this right to your front door absolutely free. So it's a $30, actually it's more like $30, $45, including that shipping and handling. $45 off of our normal value. But this is the shredder you wanna buy. I'm telling you, I have been there. Those other little shredders that can cost like $50, $60, $70. You know how long they last? Oh my gosh, I went through like 4 shredders in about 6 months, and I went, what am I doing wrong here? I was buying the wrong brand. I was buying things where you had to take the staples out, feed it in 1 page at a time. They would overheat. They weren't on wheels. You had to lift the top of that off, and it was so heavy, it made the biggest mess. Everything about this is so beautifully done. I use mine every day, Bill.
And that's just it. The more you use it, the less likely it's gonna happen to you.
And here's the thing, 500 perfect 5-star reviews on this. 500 out of 600 reviews, 500 are perfect 5-star reviews.
On a shredder. And the thing is, maybe it's not identity theft. Maybe you just want to clean up that office, get that file drawer back. And these taxes from 2001, I don't need them anymore, but I can't just take this document, this whole file folder and throw it away, because you know what? My social security number hasn't changed. My bank account numbers haven't changed. So what do? I just walk over to my embassy, I feed it in there, and it's gone. That's where I have the peace of mind of knowing my identity is not out there. Because yes, we've all cut corners. We're like, it's not gonna happen to me, but that 1 in 7, you don't wanna run that risk. Because you know what happens for a lot of us? We don't realize it's happened to us until it's too late. So we try to get the financing, until we try to, you know, actually I didn't find out. I was a sophomore in college, and I went to try to get my financial aid check for that year. Like, oh, you don't qualify this year. And I'm like, excuse me? Someone had filed for me. And that's, again, a lot of people, you know, file tax returns before us. To fix it, we have to go to the Federal Trade Commission, file and take care of this 68-page document with the federal government. We have better stuff to do with our time.
Yeah.
And part of that first line of defense is just shred everything. The Federal Trade Commission has warned us. There's many steps consumers can take to reduce the risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, guard your social security number. We've gotten that. But then remember, shred charge receipts, shred credit applications, and shred other sensitive documents. And that other, it's gonna be different for every household or business, because you know, we have different needs. But when you put this out at the curb, that is peace of mind, because it's not gonna happen to you. How many of us have gone through this though? This one piece of paper that I like, it's not gonna happen to me. Look how much space that one page takes up versus how many we've gone through. And you know what? Yes, there's dumpster divers, but have you ever had a windy night, storm rolls through, and now your garbage can's knocked over, and the paycheck stub is in the neighbor's yard, a prescription information. You don't want that. So it's privacy, it's security, and at the end of the day, it's the performance that Embassy gives us that makes it worth it.
But most of them do not do these.
Credit cards.
Okay?
And
most of them do not do credit cards. Most of them do not do CDs and DVDs. If you have all your pictures on a DVD and you've downloaded it to your computer, then what are you going to do with this? You need to shred it. Otherwise, somebody could have all your family pictures out there. Who knows what they could do with them? Most of them do not do cardboard.
And it feels so good.
This is your super strength. This is your superpower super shredder. 14 sheets at a time. So forget having to take everything out of the envelope. Take it out one sheet at a time. Feed it. Oh my gosh, you could spend like an hour a day just shredding one day's mail. Instead of that, you're able to just take it. I don't need this. It's a bank advertisement. The whole thing, don't even open it. Just put it right through it. Your paper clips, your staples, they go through there. This thing is powerful. The bin holds how much?
It's a 4.2-gallon bin,
So
and we even give you that liner so you can line it. And I just want to show everyone, again, that power. Remember, it's a great bundle because you get the shredder and you get that software, which is awesome, to protect your identity virtually.
Yeah, I mean, look at the retail value. It's $246.
You're not spending nearly that. How many of us have credit cards we want to get rid of? Gym memberships, grocery store cards, I mean, hotel room keys. We try to bend it, and I don't know if you could see this, but look at how many pieces that same credit card has now been pulverized into. And at the end of the day, it's smaller than a dime. And that's, can you tell me if that's a Visa or MasterCard or American Express? Is that Alice's card or my card? No, because we've made it harder. And what did I do?
Make a table decoration for a party. Right? It's kind of cute.
I know, try to put that together. And the thing is, you want to make it harder. And that's the performance. That dense, thick plastic or 14 sheets of paper or that whole file folder, just put it in here and it's gone. The colors that we offer you is another thing because, you know, everywhere else you might find the black. And if you're looking for micro-cut, that's why we probably sell so many here at Embassy Shredders, because you can see the difference of micro-cut. You're not shredding with something that's, you know, gonna give you shred like this, that big shred from the 70s. It is so small and so fine that it's harder for them to piece together. And that evolution's really important. Because let's be real, there are people who go out there and try to use our identity, use our credit scores. And they've figured out how to piece together that strip shred. They figured out how to do cross-cut because that's been around enough time. And you know what? It's their full-time job. And they reap the reward because a little bit of information, you know what's the last 4 digits? Goes a long way.
Identity theft is only getting bigger. And it's one of the fastest growing crimes out there. If you're not being proactive in protecting yourself, then who knows if you're making it easier to become a victim yourself. This is the way. It's such an easy way to get rid of those sensitive documents. I didn't even know you're supposed to do your hotel keys.
Sure.
Your boarding passes from airlines.
Yep.
Do those. Shred it all, because you cannot believe what they can do if they get their hands on your information, as harmless as it seems to you. But do not get those shredders that you have to buy every 6 months. Get one that's really the superpower. This is your superpower. 14 pages at a time. You will use it. Don't even open those letters. Just pop it on through there. Let it do its job, because this is one of the biggest names when it comes to shredders out there. But this is one of our top most powerful shredders that we offer across the board. Most of ours don't even do the credit cards. Most of ours don't even shred the CDs.
Exactly.
Most of ours do not do the cardboard. So for this price, on this price break, this is the day you upgrade, and it feels so good just to have all my clutter just kind of reduced to almost nothing.
Well, that's just it. We call it shredding therapy, because yes, it does feel good to know you're protecting your identity, but just to get rid of that clutter,
oh my gosh,
that stack of mail and applications that were sent to us that I've been holding on to because I can't just throw them away, but then when you see them, that go through and become mincemeat, and that's really the added value. Oh, look, this one even had a fake credit card attached to that, but guess what? It's not a problem for my embassy. And that's really where you get your money's worth, you get that instant gratification, and that's why so many people have given it 5-star reviews, because it does what it's supposed to do when we need it to perform for us. And it will last, which is great. Remember, 49% of all identity theft happens during tax time, and you said it perfectly. It's on the rise. When we launched Embassy, it was 1 in 10 of us were victims of identity theft. Now it's actually 1 in 7. So this is your first line of defense.
It's incredible. It's such an incredibly dangerous thing. And if you have ever had it happen, then you know the importance of this. But if you haven't had it happen, then be proactive so it doesn't happen to you, so you don't become a victim. And you know what? Just get rid of the stuff anyway. It feels so good to fight that clutter.
File drawer back.
The black, the silver, and the red selling the fastest. They look great in your office too. We also have it rose gold and the blue. $200 save. What is it? $100 savings, $110 savings off the retail value. Fabulous.
Hey,
great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I have this in my home too. I have the white one, which is already sold out. So, by the way, if you don't have our charge card yet, this is a great time to pick that up, because when you do, what you're able to do then is get special offers all the time. And if you're approved, you can use it immediately to get $10 off your next purchase. And you can also use it, for example, if you wanted to finance some of our electronics. And you could even finance our electronic coming up next. We have an amazing laptop we're sharing with you coming up next.
There's so many things to love about HSN, but one thing that makes shopping here fun is FlexPay. Get it home now without the stress of paying all at once. Why pay full purchase price today when you can pay over time? Buy what you want now, pay it off later with your credit or debit card. FlexPay. It's that easy. Exclusively at HSN.
Jewelry Host Pick is the ultimate destination to find what we as hosts love the most. We scour through all of our wonderful designers' collections and pick pieces that mean something to us. One of the things that I wanted to do was to bring that authentic experience. So for that, I turned to people like Jay King. I also turned to Mr. Robert Manson, who brings to us valid designs. I get to showcase some designers and brands that I've never done before.
Starts Friday at midnight, and shop the whole collection now at hsn.com.
Well, look who's joining us now. Aaron Berger is joining us.
Good morning.
I'm Alice Crone. Thank you for joining me, because we have really the pièce de résistance, the top of the top, the best of the best when it comes to a laptop, because this is from HP, Intel Core i3 on the inside. And then you have Microsoft Windows 10 as well, which is your operating system. We're going to do this laptop bundle, 17 inches. That's as big as we sell, guys. Not only is it 17 inches, but look what else. It's touchscreen. You get touchscreen. You get that huge keyboard with this, but lightweight. And look at the price break we're doing today, taking $100 off, free shipping and 6 flex payment. So you can put that on your credit card if you'd like to, but if you would like to use our HSN card, here's the thing. You can use our HSN card, you can use VIP financing, and it's $75.55 a month, and there is absolutely no interest, which is my favorite thing, and I'm gonna say it again. Absolutely no interest when you use our credit card, so let us finance it for you, and you pay no interest whatsoever. Now, why do you wanna upgrade? Because it takes a long time to start up your laptop. Are you sitting there waiting, and finally just kind of give up? It runs hot. That thing can almost burn you, right? It's heavy. That battery runs out so fast. I mean, as soon as you turn it on, you're almost having to plug it in. Slow performance. We're doing so much on our computers, it's only gonna be more so. But the other number one reason for me to upgrade is the touch screen. Because once you go touch screen, you will never do anything else because it's so much easier to use. And Aaron's going to show us all the features after I go through the colors. Pretty colors to share with you. We have the blue available. If you want the blue, I have the final 6 dozen left in that. Purple's next to that. The mint is that light blue, so pretty. Red, a little bit of metallic red. The gold and the silver are always one of our top sellers. We're going to include some great software for you, including Tax Act 2017. So I think you get, like, what is it?
It's $490 of additional software and services.
$500 worth of software, including that Tax Act, which I need it. Right now,
we all do. That time of year, right?
But this truly, when we talk about your specs, most storage that we offer, okay, just the top of the line right here, and that processor in here.
Yeah, great. A lot of superlatives. The number one processor company in the world is in here, the number one computer company in America, the number one operating system in the world. A lot of good things. The largest hard drive that we've ever done. Let's start, the largest screen. That's, I think that is one of those kind of creature comfort things, you know, that when you're looking at your screen, I always joke and say, no one's ever bought a computer and said, you know, I wish I'd bought a smaller screen. It's always the other way. Everybody thinks, I should have gotten just the little bit larger screen. Taking a look at this screen for a minute, not just a big, beautiful screen, but also a touch screen. And you see how incredibly quick and incredibly responsive that is to having a touch screen. I've got to tell you, you've probably experienced a touch screen on your smartphone, probably experienced a touch screen on your tablet. And as you know, they've sort of taken over the world, right? I mean, a touch screen is what everyone wants to have on their device because they're easier to use, because they're simpler, because they're more intuitive. You just kind of don't have to think quite as much, can get more done a little bit faster. Having a touchscreen now on your computer, you know, when you think about it, your computer is the number one electronic in your house. It's the electronic on which most other things are based. We plug our tablets into our computers. We plug our smartphones into our computers. So if your computer, like Alice said at the beginning, is slow, is heavy, is hot, takes a long time to start up, this is a great upgrade. And having the touch screen is such a pleasure. Also, because this has so much RAM in it, 4 gigabytes of RAM, when you have lots of things open at one time, so when I take my finger and just kind of swipe it like that, that's something that's kind of cool in Windows 10. It allows you to see all of the programs or apps that you have open. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I have 9 things open at one time, including my little music program that I like to play around with here.
The sound on that is stellar.
Sounds good, right? I mean, yeah, the sound is really high quality. You know, this is one of the top of the lines when it comes to I'm playing a little bit of extra music here. When it comes to HP's series of computers, this is certainly one of the top of their lines. Another one of my favorite things I want to show you guys from the very beginning, press the F5 key. Do you see that? There's a backlit keyboard on this as well. That is one of those upgrade features that you rarely see at this price point. In fact, I was talking to our buyer about computers and asked him, you know, will we do any other brands or any other computers this year that have backlit keyboards? And what he told me is, generally, with other brands, it's over $1,000 in your computer to get a computer that has a backlit keyboard. One of the reasons we're able to do it with HP is the #1 brand at HSN for everything we sell, all the great beauty and all the great home and all of the great fashion that we sell. We sell more HP brand than anything else. So they do things for us that they do for no one else, like making sure we have the latest processor, like making sure we have the largest screen and a touch screen for you, a high definition webcam. Oh, you know what else they made sure this is in today? And this is a big thing. Only about 1/3 of new computers in the US have an optical drive. Your new computer has an optical drive in it as well. So you know what that means, right? This means you can watch movies. It means you can listen to music. It means you can play data. It means you can burn all those things as well. This is a multi-layer optical drive, so you know whether you're watching or burning or listening or burning or playing data or moving files from one computer to another, you are fully ready to go here with every accessory that I can think of. When we go down the line, this is powered by Intel Core i3, and in just a minute we have a video we're going to show you. Core i3, well, first of all, Intel, I should say. Bum, 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 bum. You know, the #1 processor company in the world. The Core series is sort of the step up from the Pentium series, which is most often what we see here. This is the Intel Core i3 series, and I'll get into hyper-threading in a few minutes and some other really cool things that are involved in it. 4 GB of RAM, great for multitasking, also for loading web pages quickly. This has the single largest hard drive we've ever seen in any computer at HSN. I should say it still is incredibly lightweight. It only weighs, I'm gonna double check here, I think 5.75 pounds. So super lightweight, and the battery life is about a 9-hour, yeah, 5.75. The battery life is about a 9-hour battery life, so great battery life as well. Intel high definition graphics. We have a video we're gonna show you on that in a few minutes as well. It means this is 12 times faster when it comes to 3-dimensional gaming, 8 times faster with high definition video, and then of course touchscreen. So all the things that we want in terms of speed and ease of use.
Ease of use, and did he mention the size? Yes, you did mention the size.
Yeah, the largest size,
because,
the
you
biggest.
know, really, truly, I think it doesn't even matter if it's because you're aging or whatever. Isn't it nice to be able to look at something and actually see it and read it without having to do this constantly? You know, those phones are just, they're so small. You can't read anything on it. You can't see anything on it. You have to kind of move that picture around to just even see the whole thing. Now you've got that great big 17-inch screen, but so lightweight, under 6 pounds. I mean, go and pick up, you know, a 5-pound thing of sugar, okay? So you can really kind of gauge just a little smidge over that. And that's why you're gonna take this, because this laptop truly is your desktop replacement now. The biggest difference, I think, in the past has been a couple of things. One has been the speed of the laptop, that it couldn't keep up with the desktop. This speed is lightning fast because of that Intel Core i3 processor. It's probably the two things to me that make the biggest difference. Can I see it? And how fast is it gonna be? You know, we'd love to hear from you. If you want to call in, if you have any questions, if you own this, we'd love to hear your testimonial. But if you have any questions maybe that we can answer, then please call and ask. That's why we're here. It's kind of the attention you might not get at a regular store, because who's got the time? And a lot of those people aren't even really trained, you know, on it. I mean, Aaron is an expert. I've been around it enough that I can at least talk. I may not be able to demonstrate it, but I can tell you what's important when you buy a laptop. And when you buy a laptop, you're gonna want that screen to be big. You are gonna want that processor to be fast. And you are going to want the other thing that is, to me, the biggest innovation maybe ever in the history of laptops or technology. It's a touch screen. Oh, yeah. Because we know how to use our phones. That's why we love our phones, because it's a touch screen. Because we know how to use them. We can do this, and we can swipe, and we can do it. Now to be able to do that, to control your computer, to control your laptop, it just makes all the difference. It makes it so much easier. It makes that experience so much better. So you can look all day long at those reasons to upgrade. For me, it's about the touch screen, because I think once you touch it, you will never touch another mouse again. I could never figure out the mouse. It's like click here. So, trying just to get that little arrow onto something so you could try and click through everything to figure out how to move it. Now you don't have to, because it's all touch screen. Everything about this is simple and easy. It's lightweight. That battery life, though, Aaron.
Yeah, so about a 9-hour battery life.
That's really, for a 17-inch particular, for a screen size this big, that is over the top.
That's a big thing, because the screen usually eats battery, right? The larger the screen, the more powerful the computer, or I should say the more power at least the computer requires. Right. So that is one of the really cool things. Let's do this. I'm gonna dare to compare these sizes, comparing this largest screen size that we offer to lots of different things. For example, a 7-inch tablet, because a lot of us, we'll grab our tablet, we'll grab our phone to do work on. This is 425 25% more screen space. So it's an entirely different proposition. More space to watch video, to play games, to create projects, to get the things done in the day that you need to get done. Additional room for multiple screens, which is a big deal. So when your kids are working on this, for example, maybe they have a screen up for looking online, you know, Microsoft Edge, which used to be Internet Explorer, up on one side, and maybe they're working on a document on the other side. There's plenty of room to do both of those things because you have a larger screen. The next thing is the hard drive size. This is the single largest hard drive at any price that we have ever sold at HSN, that we've ever included in a computer, I should say. So that means you can download more movies, you can download more music, you can download more videos. 500 hours of high definition video, about 2,000 hours of standard definition. 33,000 hours of music is about 400,000 songs. Over 640,000 to be more precise, photos. So again, on a computer that weighs less than 6 pounds, this is a lot. This is certainly a lot of storage space. I want to talk about this Core i3 for a minute. This is a big thing as well, and we'll spend, you know, some time certainly talking about this. You have extraordinary performance and really powerful computing with the Core i3 technology, including hyper-threading technology, including, which I'll show you more about in a minute, high definition graphics. So everything that you look at on your computer looks better as well. A longer lasting battery life, as we were just talking about. This is about a 9-hour battery life. With hyper-threading technology, what happens is the cores on your computer, the performance of those are increased. So it takes each of the cores, which would be like a 1-lane highway, and doubles them, like a 2-lane highway. So now, information isn't getting stuck. So in other words, if one program is taking a little bit of time to load, the other program isn't stopped waiting behind it, because for each of your cores, there's 2 lanes. So there's lots of ways to get the information, to make the information flow through the computer without you sort of stepping back and pausing. Actually, I'd love to show you one more video. I know this is kind of a lot of videos in a row, but it's the one on Intel high definition video. This, to me, these numbers are like knockdown blowout numbers. So gaming performance, not twice as good, 12 times better. 8 times faster high definition video conversion from the #1 selling computer from 5 years ago. You don't need a separate graphics card because Intel high definition graphics are built in already. What all this translates to is if you love to watch movies, if you like to watch Netflix, if you like to watch Hulu, if you like to stream HSN on HSN, online, if you're on Facebook and you like to play games or you like to surf the internet, you know, nearly every webpage we go to now, Alice, has embedded video and embedded audio, and they're all high definition. You have a graphics card now that can process all of these things so much faster.
So much faster and so much more affordably. I know that this morning you're looking at this going, should I do it? I have a laptop, it's kind of old, but it still works. But if it's so frustrating, if it runs so hot, if it takes forever to start up, if it doesn't have a touch screen on it, if it is not a 17-inch screen so that you can actually see it, I mean, you will not believe how much of a difference that screen makes. You sit down in front of it, and it's just like when you sit down in front of your big screen television, you just relax. Instead of working so hard to try and read everything and see everything, you just kind of relax. And it's so nice to be able to have that gorgeous screen. But then to take that screen and to be able to have it as a touch screen, to me, it makes the biggest difference of anything I have ever experienced on any kind of computer, because everything is just so much easier to be able to navigate. A lot of us don't know that much about technology. I don't want to know that much about technology. I want my technology to be so easy and so intuitive that I don't even have to read the manual. And when you get that touch screen home, I think that's what makes all the difference, is it does become so intuitive that you really just have this great relaxed experience. And to go in between your phone and your laptop, it's gonna make such a big difference having that same type of technology rather than having to think a completely different way when you sit in front of your laptop. So we're gonna do this today. We're gonna save $100 because Price Break is $100 off. Ship this to you absolutely free, and 6 flex payments. And if you're new shopping with us, it means you can split it up on your credit card. But please get that HSN card because it just makes so much more sense. to use our money, basically. What you do is when you use the HSN card, you can split it up into 9 monthly payments. It works out to be about $75 and some change. When you do that, you pay no interest whatsoever. So $75.55 a month, and you have one of the, it is the biggest screen we offer. It is the most storage we offer. It is one of the fastest processors. It is going to be a fabulous experience. And then you're getting on top of that almost $500 worth of extras, $500 worth of software. There's not a store out there that's gonna do that for you. We're gonna let you try it, get it home, experience it for 30 days. But let me go through the colors again. I'm told that the gold is selling the fastest right now. And by the way, we are halfway through our entire quantity on this particular model. So that blue is, yeah, the royal blue is the most limited. How many do we have in the royal blue? Okay, so about 6 dozen left if you want it in the royal blue. Purple, we have the mint available, there's the red, the gold, and then we have the silver available. Get something that is a great experience because, Aaron, more and more, and more, and more, and more. It's all here. Yeah. All day, we're here. You're not going to sit down and do your taxes and all of your bill paying and everything else on your phone.
Absolutely.
Okay, not even on your tablet because they're still small. You're gonna do it on this, but do it on something that's fast, and that screen is
more fun.
Beautiful.
When a touchscreen is more fun.
You get the, I call it the trilogy, the biggest names, okay? The biggest names in tech, all in one package.
Let's talk about those 3 names for a minute, and then I'm gonna give you a tour of the computer. So first of all, HP, the #1 selling computer brand in America, the #1 selling brand at HSN across everything we sell, the great health and the great beauty and the great, you name it, we sell more HP than any other brand. So they do really special things with us. HP is the #1 selling computer and #1 selling inkjet printer. Just a little side note for you there. In America, the next #1, this is a big one. You see right down here, a lot of people will not buy a computer if it doesn't have the sticker on it. This is bum, 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 bum. And notice it's not just blue. This one's special. It's blue and white. That's because this is not just Intel. This is the Intel Core series of processors. Intel Core i3 means this processor is hyper-threaded, so it moves faster. It can sort of think, each core can think about things in 2 lanes, sort of in 2 directions at one time. A lot of really good things with that core technology. There's the Core 3, i3, i5, i7. So this is the Core i3. We rarely have that, particularly we rarely have it in a computer that is 17-inch and is touchscreen. And that to me is the trifecta. To have the Core i3, to have it to be touchscreen, and have it be in the largest screen that we offer. Those are a lot of things that a lot of us kind of wait for. The other big #1, I'm gonna just kind of reach my finger down over here to push the start button and show you, this is Windows 10. So Windows 10 is the latest version of the Windows operating system. It has Cortana built in, your little voice assistant, so you can talk to Cortana, or you can just search on Cortana. You can touch the search bar like I did there, and very, very easy to navigate your computer that way. You also have the brand new Microsoft Edge, which I'm gonna try to talk about in just a couple of minutes. That's the newest, the latest built-in web browser, so it replaces Internet Explorer. So again, HP is the #1 brand in America when it comes to computers. Intel's the #1 brand in the world when it comes to processors, and this is the Core i3 processor. And of course, Windows is the #1 PC operating system in the world. How about a tour around the computer? High definition webcam, which I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. That's it's the HP True Vision webcam that's built in. 17-inch touchscreen, of course. Having a touchscreen, having a larger screen, and having it on a computer with about a 9-hour battery life. I think everybody will enjoy that. Optical drive. This is a big thing because only 1/3 of computers in the US today have an optical drive. So burn a CD or watch a movie. Burn music or listen to music. All of those kind of things. Your data, of course, whether you're playing data or burning data, it's a great way to do it. This does have the largest hard drive of any computer we've ever had. I want to talk for just a minute. There's 3 USB ports. This is one of the USB ports, and it brings me to something very important. It is so important on this computer or any computer that you might have to have security. We have Viper Advanced Security. It's not just, we used to have Viper Internet Security. This is Advanced Security. In the past probably 6 months or so, there have been a lot of changes. You've seen a lot of data breaches out there across all platforms in the world of computing. You've heard of ransomware, of spyware, of the WannaCry virus that caused billions of dollars across the world in damage last year. Well, Viper Advanced protects from all of those things. Viper Advanced has artificial intelligence and machine learning built in, so it learns as it goes. It discovers new viruses for you before they even make it on the threat list, is kind of a way to put it. The best thing about Viper is when you buy it, it protects 6 computers for the life of 6 computers. So unlike most antiviruses where you pay for them every single year in order to keep them updated, you pay for Viper once and 6 computers are protected for the life of 6 computers.
And let's talk about, you know, when it comes to a laptop, you know, really at this point, you know, a lot of us don't even have a desktop anymore.
That's right.
Because this is so portable, and that screen is so nice and big. That's why you love the 17-inch. 17 inches, we can't keep them in stock here. So you're getting the 17-inch. You're getting that great big screen. You're getting something that is so portable because it's under 6 pounds for this. That battery life, though, 9 hours of battery life. On a 17-inch screen, it's almost unheard of. But the other great part, and I'm gonna have Aaron really talk about this, because what you wanna do when you buy a laptop is you wanna see what's different about this one, why do I want this one as opposed to another one. We talk about this being the largest hard drive. And you know, you're probably like me, it's like, what's a hard drive? Hard drive is about your storage. Think of it as how much information you can put in here and store. And that's what's so important because, Aaron, when it comes to storage nowadays, we're downloading the movies. We've all taken a zillion pictures. My daughter's got prom tonight. How many pictures?
Gosh, does she really?
She does. Oh, that's so fun. I know it. So, and how many pictures do you think I'm gonna take tonight?
Yeah.
A zillion, and then I'm gonna post them all. And we need the storage because so much of our storage is eaten up by pictures and movies now. That's why when you look at it and you see that 2 terabytes, that to me is one of the biggest things that sets this apart from the other laptops we offer.
Okay, first of all, I can't believe Adriana has prom tonight.
I can't
let's just start there.
Senior
just back up.
prom.
I think she was 7. No, she was 6 when I started here. She was 6 or 7, so that's crazy. And congratulations on how fun and tell her I said hello.
Thank you, I will.
And expanding a little bit on what Alice said, so not only do we have all these pictures that we take in these movies we download, they're all high definition now.
Oh, right.
So this is a big, great change
point.
just in the past 2 or 3 years. When you downloaded a standard definition movie, or even if you download one now, it's about usually about 700 megabytes, okay? A high definition movie is about 1.2 gigabytes. It's nearly twice as big, is my point. Same thing, when we take pictures with our cameras now, they're usually 12 megapixel pictures instead of 3 or 4 or 5 megapixel pictures a couple of years ago. All of our audio is high definition. So your file sizes are larger. That's why this has double the hard drive that most of our computers have. A 2 terabyte hard drive means, again, we won't put this still up for you now, I'll just tell you off the top of my head. You can store, on a computer that weighs 5.75 pounds, you can store 500 hours of high definition video, about 2,000 hours of standard definition video, 640,000 photos. You're gonna take a lot of pictures of Adriana tonight. You're not gonna take 640,000. Not even the mommiest of moms on prom night is gonna take 640,000. You can store about 400,000 songs, so you can store a ton. In our last 3 or 4 minutes, my computer's connected to your television. I'm gonna just shrink here for a minute so I can get those studio lights out of your eyes. I wanna show you guys, I've got all of this running at one time. So I have a high definition video camera, and let's just take a minute. The camera on this computer is so high quality. It's called an HP HD. So it's HP high definition true vision camera. And really that color quality you can see for yourself. There's a lot of neutral tones in the beautiful set behind us. They don't look yellow, they don't look brown, they look neutral. They look they're appropriate, you know, either sort of beige quality or sort of whitish quality. The HP True Vision camera is out of this world. It's one of the reasons I recommend the computer. And then I want to show you, while we're broadcasting, while we're live streaming to about 98 million homes across the country, we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a total of 8 programs up and running at one time. We're web streaming, we've got Facebook up, we've got a Paint program up, we have Hulu, we have the web page with Viper on it, we have this fun little memory program that I won't play for you because I'm embarrassed because my memory is so bad. We have the Microsoft Store and Windows Media Player. Just one thing I'll open here. This is Paint 3D. Paint 3D is built into your computer. It's part of Windows 10. So now you can create and edit and render 3-dimensional images live. That's pretty wild, isn't it? To see that kind of power. As Alice said earlier, you know, this would have been only in our desktop computer maybe a few years ago. And your desktop computer would have really had to be sort of a professional quality editing computer to do this sort of thing. This is now built in on your laptop, on your portable computer.
On your portable computer. And that is exactly what this is, a portable desktop. It is that big, but it's that lightweight, it's that fast. You're gonna love the storage because the storage makes so much difference and really separates this one from everyone else. And then on top of that to get the touch screen. So you're getting, truly, you're getting every one of the latest innovations all put together, and today you're getting it at $100 off. And if you want to split that up on your credit card, you can do that on flex payment. But think about, if you can, putting it on the HSN card. Don't pay any interest. You've got graduations coming up. You have Mother's Day. You have Father's Day. You have any day, because you know what, Erin? There's nothing in your home, not even your TV, nothing that you use more nowadays than your computer. Invest in something that's going to be fast. It's going to give you a great experience that you know how to use because it's touchscreen. This is your answer right here. And you're getting some of the biggest names in technology so you can shop with confidence. And we're going to include for you almost $500 worth of extra. On top of that, again, the colors are going to be the blue, the purple, the mint. Can we show the colors down here in front? Blue, purple, we have the mint, the red, we have the gold. Then we also have it in the silver. So whatever color you pick, you cannot make a mistake. And I want to thank you so much.
How fun, thank you. Thanks for having me again. Have fun with the prom tonight.
I know,
That's so
I can't
cool.
wait.
That's
yes.
so fun. What
Going
fun
to get
memories.
her hair done now.
Oh, nice.
I'll post a picture on my Facebook page. So if you can, like me on Facebook, and that picture will be there soon. And I will be back here on Monday. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a fabulous Saturday.